Hello, it is me again in video number, I'm not sure, I've lost count. What I do know is I got a new light thing that is shining on my face right now. It's a bit odd. I got a clamp thing for the phone so I can do different angles. This is about as professional as it's going to get. And can see some more boxes, and I've got some shopping this week. So after I mentioned being out and physically shopping last week, I still had some post due, and some of it's pretty awesome. So we're going to look at that and maybe one or two other things that I want to mention for specific reasons. Anyway, first bit of post. I'm here, I'm coming. Primer is awesome, and Upstream Colour is really good, and apparently writer, director, sound guy, everything, Shane Carruth is not. Second bit of post, Switchblade Sisters. Never seen it, but it has women who are Switchblade Sisters, so got to be awesome, and doesn't have anyone involved who seems to be an absolute POS like the last one. Then it's only Bong Joon-ho. There seems to be a disappointing lack of extras on the set from what other people have told me, but I'm looking forward to finally watching Memories of Murder, which has been celebrated by everyone who's seen it. This also has Barking Dogs Never Bite. The Host is awesome. The Mother is awesome. Snowpiercer, we all know, is awesome. And Parasite, and the black and white version of Parasite. So I'm probably going to keep my 2-disc DVD of The Host. I still think this is a nice set to get, but it's for having everything available in Blu-ray form and a kind of nice all-in-one box set, as opposed to having definitive versions of Bong Joon-ho's films, sadly. But you know, it is what it is. Unlike Spookies, which is just Spookies. This is Mental. It's a really fun horror. It's a really good package put together by 101 Films. If you want farting mudmen, random spider creatures, demons, fun practical effects, a story that makes kind of no sense, and then if you read the behind the scenes stuff about it, it's it still doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in what they're trying to piece together. Spookies is a blast. It's probably one of the first properly bonker horrors I rented. Was it already with Vipco at that time? It feels like a central Vipco product, like a keystone for them. And the documentary's on there, Vipco, The Untold Story. So I'm looking forward to checking that out as well. I have the book about Vipco. They released a lot of Drek, and a lot of it was heavily cut. But at the time here in the UK, they were releasing stuff that you didn't have a chance to catch in other forms. So it was before you could find everything. Spookies is highly recommended. It's an absolute blast. Synchronic is awesome. More of Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead's good work. What I will say is, do not go into this expecting as much of their horror-tinged work that they've delivered over the years. They are fantastic filmmakers. They're lovely guys. I've been lucky enough to meet them at a festival and got some things signed, and saw this at, I think it was Glasgow Fright Fest before the whole world fully locked down. So this was a treat. It is a sci-fi film with some darker moments, but it's really good. Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan are both excellent. It's highly recommended, and you know, I would encourage you to support Benson and Moorhead. I would also encourage you to support these people. The Urban Legends trilogy is, well, I have a problem with some of the stuff from 88 Films for reasons I'm not going to go into, but they have more and more attached themselves with some better names lately. This is a great box set. It has a booklet and stuff in there, and has some fine contributors involved, including a few people I am happy to call social media friends and a few people whose opinions I value, and their taste and knowledge is very wide ranging. Urban Legends is still a cracking slasher. The second film is still awful. I actually really like Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Not really like it, but it's I think it's good fun. It's decent. It's a kind of veer away from the first two films, but it's a good one. So that is a box set I highly recommend. We keep going. Paganini Horror, I've never seen. How can you resist that cover? Jules Verne's Rocket to the Moon, I've never seen. How can you resist that cover? And anything with Terry Thomas, great. Oh, and then last but not least, I mean, I thought I already had it, so I picked up the new film of Little Women because it was an excellent film. So that's my shopping, large amount. One more thing I'm going to show you. Where are you, big guy? Let's see. I know this makes for fascinating video content. You might have seen this, you might not. I think it was limited to, was it 500 or 5,000? It's great. It's really great. It's such a nice set. I was on holiday in Croatia with my ex-wife when this went on sale, and I said to her, I was like, I'm not going to go online for anything much. I'm not going to do shopping, but I do have to get on to bid for this and bid to get my pre-order in. And I got it. The site crashed. I think I almost bought it twice. Anyway, was lucky enough, and I really love the set, and I've watched a number of the movies, but a lot of people didn't get that set. And if ever I look for that on eBay, I either can't see it or it's going for like hundreds or thousands of pounds. It's insane. So I also wanted to say there are lots of these videos online, on YouTube, on Facebook, in different groups. People showing off their movie collections, stuff they love, stuff they might want to criticise, stuff they collect, because it is, you know, a kind of full-time hobby if you're collecting, especially physical media. But it's not a competition. You can find bargain bumper sets on iTunes for like a tenner and have a load of movies for yourself. You might be happy with Netflix. You might pay for a TV license and be watching what's on BBC or the channels. How you enjoy and love your movies is not reflected by how many films you have or what sets you have. And like, this whole room has cost me over time lots and lots and lots of time and money, and it wasn't always time and money I had. The cards took a hammering at points, and then I paid them up. I got lucky. Had a very understanding ex-wife. Ironically, this wasn't the cause of divorce. I had, you know, have a very understanding partner. So I've always said that this is my thing. I no longer drink. I don't smoke. I don't have many major vices, but not everyone has the space or the money. And I know I said this before, but I think it's important. I like to show these things and celebrate movies, and I like to revel in my happy place here. It is not an accurate representation of what any one person has to have to be showing their love of movies, or showing how many movies they know, or how they value their cinematic influences in their life. It's just fortunately me being able to pick and choose some stuff, and if I have some shopping that comes through, maybe going about it and it complements the podcast. Tyler has a big selection stuck in a cupboard, but also he has his Rob Zombie shrine and everything going on that to him is, you know, I don't know how much it has cost him over the years, but it will be priceless to him. Someone might have one film that was their film that they first went to see with all their family together, and the memories associated with that are priceless to him. Doesn't matter. All of this stuff is, I hope, good to look at and mildly entertaining because of the professional values and everything. There will still be no text here, but it is just that. It's something to look at. It's not something to, nobody has to aspire to it. Nobody has to feel competitive about it. I have friends that I see their stuff, I'm like, oh, I really want that, and they'll inquire and we'll keep an eye out for sales, and you know, there'll be a nudge here or a sort of an elbow towards an area there, but it's because that's my thing, and I'm lucky enough to be able to afford it, privileged enough to have this space now, and the funds. You love your cinema however you love your cinema, and I just hope that having a little look at some of this stuff sometimes, or listening to me ramble on, is a small part of that, and inclusive, not excluding those who don't own physical media anymore, or don't have the space or funds, or just like a smaller sample and want to concentrate on those films. That's the beauty of being a film fan. We're in all shapes and sizes, even with weird phone clamp things and little lights. I feel like my next video is going to be some kind of makeup tutorial now I've got all that. I don't know. Anyway, podcast will be dropping very shortly, and then next week is the Mortal Kombat special, so there'll be a ton of violence and shouting, "Get over here!"